Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's video. We're going to have a look at weather for the next 10 to 14 days. For today's video, day 10 will take us to the 12th of November, and we'll be able to extend out beyond that with the excellent GFS and ECM ensembles. We're going to try to go for weeks. Have a look at CFSV2 at the end of the video for the next 4 weeks. It gets us more or less to the end of November. I shall get on that for you in a moment. Just say that first, the video is there as our 6am UK weather forecast and the ECM day-42-day forecast for UK and Ireland as well. Check out those two vids if you'd like to do that. No weekend forecast again this week. I'm so sorry about that, everybody. I'm very, very busy trying to get winter update together and sorted out this afternoon. So, no, I just ran out of time, really. And to be honest, it's not the most exciting spell of weather that we've ever had. Just chasing around anti-cyclonic links. So I thought, there's not much going on. You won't mind me shelving the weekend forecast this week. It should be back, hopefully, fingers crossed it'll be back next week, but I am at a really busy time of the year with the channel sorting out the long range, so I hope that's alright with everyone. Just say that GavsWeatherVids calendar is out. Thank you so much to everybody who's purchased calendars so far. Thank you so much, everyone. Absolutely amazing. So this is the second batch of the calendars for 2025, for the 2025 calendar from GavsWeatherVids. Retail at £12.50, that's £10 for the calendar, £2.50 postage and packaging. Now, all you need to do, that's the front cover of our amazing 2025 calendar, love it, love it, love it. All you need to do, if you want to buy a calendar and help to support the channel, is come to the GavsWeatherVids PayPal page, sign into your PayPal account, and then, you can send £12.50 to me, GavsWeatherVids, and also if you can put your name and address with that as well, so we know where to send the calendar off to. And that's all you need to do. We will do the rest and fulfill your order, fulfill your every desire. And I think this probably works quite well as a stocking filler now we're in November. So, get yourself a little bit of merch for Christmas from GavsWeatherVids. Thank you so, so much, everybody, for embracing the project, the 2025 calendar project. Absolutely unbelievable, the response to this. So thank you so much to all of you. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Thanks so much, everyone. The link is in the description to the PayPal page, by the way, GavsWeatherVids PayPal page. Right, okay, let's start off in the Atlantic then. So we've got 3 interest areas that have appeared. We've got a yellow X just here. That is disturbance 2, only with a 10% chance of cyclone formation in the next 2 and 7 days. Don't think you have to worry too much about that, but we also have disturbance 1 down here with a 60% chance of cyclone formation in the next 2 days, but an 80% chance in the next 7 days. Disorganised showers and thunderstorms over the southwestern Caribbean Sea are associated with a broad area of low pressure. Gradual development of this system is expected, and a tropical depression is likely to form within the next few days, while the system generally moves northwards to northwestwards over the central and western Caribbean Sea. Regardless of development, locally heavy rains are possible over portions of the adjacent land areas of the western Caribbean, including Jamaica, Hispaniola, and Cuba. Interest in the western Caribbean Sea should monitor the progress of this system. That could well be our next storm next week, but we have tropical storm Patty that just suddenly popped up. So this is giving maximum sustained winds of 50 miles per hour with a minimum central pressure of 986 millibars, moving east-southeast at 7 miles per hour. Let's click on Patty, see what's predicted to happen. So it's heading towards Portugal. And I guess it might give some more very wet weather to portions of Spain. I don't know if it's going to take thunderstorms into East Spain, across Spain, but it's a possibility that it might do. So those areas that have already had those devastating floods, oh dear, next week we might do it all over again. Hopefully not, though. But anyway, at the moment, Tropical Storm Patty is just here to the west of the Azores. We will find Patty going post-tropical tomorrow, and then as a post-tropical depression will be reaching the coast of Spain and Portugal by early Tuesday morning. Could definitely be one to watch for residents down in Iberia and in Portugal as well, of course. Right, okay, we'll keep you posted. Excuse me, we'll keep you posted on all of the developments. Here we go then, central temperature for November, first day of the month, is in at 9.4. That's 2.9 degrees above 61 to 99 average. It's provisional to yesterday, to the first day of November. Of course, we confirmed yesterday that October seating came out at 11.5, just 0.9 of a degree above the 61 to 1990 average. But a very mild start to the opening day for November, and I suspect that's going to be maintained over the next few days. This is the reason why. These were GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles the next couple of weeks. London today, the red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for London, and we're starting off substantially above average over the next week to 10 days. We see those upper air temperatures at a really high level. Now, by the time we get through to the middle and second half of November, there's a bit of a cooling trend appearing. Of course, that is extended range. It's unreliable. So within like the week to 10-day time frame anyway, which would be this sort of window here, we see substantially above average temperature in terms of the upper air temperature, and it will be mild on the surface as well. Perhaps not as warm on the surface as it is aloft, but nevertheless still above average on the surface too. Precipitation-wise, there will be lots of dry weather to come over the first week of November. The second week turning a bit more showery, not exactly wet. That's quite a dry ensemble, even with those precipitation spikes. Right at the very end, maybe more definitive rainfall spikes then, but again, that's a long way off and is unreliable. The first half of November looking high and dry and mild. Temperature anomalies on the 2nd 10th of November, going to be above average, all parts of Europe included. And precipitation anomalies for the 2nd 10th of November, they're coming out drier than normal. The latest win from that from nullschool.net shows that we've got high pressure sitting just to the east of the country today, and we're bringing the wind from an easterly direction, but it's a mild wind with the air that's actually originated south of east. Okay, let's start going through the chart data there. This is the latest UK Met Euro run. It's looking midnight on Tuesday. High pressure over and to the east country. Loads of dry and fine weather. That carries on throughout next week as well. So towards the end of next week, you might start to bring some lower pressure in off the Atlantic into northwest. A little bit showery there, but most places looking mainly dry. Icon, again, with lots of high pressure domination throughout next week. Next weekend might turn a little bit showery in the northwest, but, you know, even then, the southeast looks mainly dry. The KMA looking like that. Again, high pressure in control and in the ascendancy throughout next week and dominating the second week of November as well. Maybe a bit of a hint, but it's turning a bit more unsettled by the 14th November, middle part of the month. Still mild winds coming up from the southwest, but possibly the high pressure just weakening enough to allow some lower pressure in off the Atlantic. But up to them, mostly dry. GFS midnight run, again showing high pressure in control and in the ascendancy throughout much of next week. Just a bit more unsettling to the northwest, Friday through to Saturday. Then the high pressure builds back strongly again as we go through into the following week. So that's day 10, 12th of November, high and dry, big area of high pressure sitting right over top of the country. Starting to try and pull in a bit more of an easterly or northeasterly just after day 10, day 11, that's 13th November, and slightly colder air starting to trickle in from the east with that. But it doesn't really come off, and the high pressure just gradually weakens as we get towards the middle part of the month, allowing the lower pressure to come in from the Atlantic. So around the middle part of November, there is quite a significant change to something not only substantially cooler, but also more unsettled as well, with outbreaks of rain returning as high pressure builds out to the northwest. We pull the wind in from more of a north or a northeasterly direction. The GFS 6 there, again, is looking anticyclonic throughout most of next week. Gradual weakening of high pressure around the end of next week into next weekend. but high pressure remains dominant in the south. Again, just a little bit more showery up to the north. Then the high pressure builds back strongly around day 10. And then beyond day 10, high pressure continues to rule the roost before around the middle part of November. Again, the 6th edge shows a change. A trough of low pressure starts coming in from the northwest. It begins to turn not only cooler, maybe colder, but also more unsettled as well, with high pressure relocating away into the North Atlantic. Now, that's a significant change there on both of the GFS midnight and 6th edge runs for the middle of November. But, have to emphasise, it's a long way out, so like 2 weeks away. So we're going to have to wait and see whether that actually verifies or not. The GFS will always try to, get a different pattern going eventually, of course. So I'll have to wait and see whether that verifies. Well, if you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure to everyone for doing that. Why not drop a comment and let us know what you think about this and all of our videos and content. And don't forget to tell your friends about GavsWeatherVids and get them to subscribe to me. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing that. We need to put on around 80 subscribers to get ourselves to 19k, sorry. We are on the final grind now to 19k. If you could give us a sub and tell your friends and family, your neighbour, your doctor, your vicar, your auntie, your uncle, and your mother-in-law too, to subscribe, that'd be absolutely incredible. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing that. Love it, love it, love it. And why not buy yourself a GavsWeatherVids calendar for £12.50? You can have our amazing 2025 calendar, and you know how to get your hands on that. Thank you so much, everyone. Right, GM with high pressure over to the east of the country on Tuesday, bringing a lot of dry and fine weather. High pressure continues to dominate through the middle part that next week. Well, last stage next week, high pressure remaining in control and in the ascendancy. And by day 10, big area of high pressure there sitting over top of the country, high and dry, and not much more to say than that. And then the ECM looks like this. All much of a muchness for this week, with high pressure in control throughout most of the week. A little bit more showery over the coming weekend, especially in the northwest, but mainly dry down south. And then around days 8, 9, 10, the high pressure just rebuilds, re-strengthens to 1,040 millibars, so intense area of high pressure actually by day 10, right over top of the country. And that high is going nowhere fast, I have to say. At 1,040 millibars, it will take some time for that high pressure to break down. This is my precipitation forecast based on my ECM run from meteo.com. Not much to be seen, just a few showery bursts and pockets of light rain drizzle here and there, but basically dry until we get towards about day 8, and then it might start to a bit more showery in the west and the northwest. These are the options on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10. The Icelandic Met Office gets us to the 12th of November. 33 members of the ECM ensembles with high pressure more or less over top of the country, so mostly dry and fine. And then we've got 18 with high pressure bridging up from southwest, and that also brings a lot of dry weather with it. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. It will get us to the 17th of November, 24 members of the ECM ensembles. Then with a change, low pressure coming in from the Atlantic. So that's kind of like what the GFS midnight and 6th edge runs are doing, pulling the high pressure out to the west of the northwest and dropping in a trough into the west of Europe. So that's turning cooler and more unsettled. We've got 16 with the high pressure sort of slipping towards the west-southwest. Lower pressure is away to the north, and winds coming in from like a westerly direction. And then we've got 11 with a bit of a ridge in the Atlantic. That keeps the drier weather going, but there is something of a trough through here, and there's a trough through there as well. So that's gradually taking a bit long to do it. That's gradually turning slightly more unsettled as well. So we possibly have a trend here, something a little bit more mobile, a little bit more mixed by around the middle of November. But up until then, the first half of November is looking mainly fine. GFS finally, and then we're done. So it's a 500 millibar height on. It's breaking down into a weekly period. The first week period will take us from the 2nd to the 8th of November. The next week is dominated by high pressure, mostly dry and pretty mild as well. Week 2 is going to be the 9th to the 15th of November. Again, high pressure in control in the ascendancy there. And then week 3 will be the 16th to 22nd of December. High pressure starting to slip a bit further southwards and moving away towards the northwest. A trough up towards the northeast. That might be going slightly more showery and a little bit cooler as well. And then week 4 looks quite interesting. It's the 23rd to 29th of November. High pressure sort of building out into the Atlantic. Trough of low pressure over Scandinavia. Winds coming in from a northwesterly direction. That might be turning not only more showery, but also somewhat cooler as well there as we go into the 4th week. Long way off though, so of course there is a lot of weather to get under the proverbial bridge before we get to that. Right, we're done. If you've enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure everyone will do that, or why not drop a comment and let us know what you think about this and all of our videos and content, live streams included. And don't forget to tell your friends about GavsWeatherVids. Get them to subscribe to 80 subscribers gets us to 19k. We are on the final grind, the final push to 19k. So if you could give us a sub, that'd be absolutely awesome. Let's get our next 1,000 in the bank, and then we are going to start pushed on to 20k subscribers. Wow, wow, wow. What a milestone that will be. But let's not get out of ourselves. We've got to get to 19k before we think about that. Right, well, that's it for today's videos and content. I say no weekend forecast. I'm so sorry about that, everybody, but I've got like several hours worth of work to do. But getting on with the winter update for tomorrow. And talking about tomorrow, so at 6 a.m. we're going to have the UK weather forecast. At 10 a.m. we're going to have the 10th winter update. And then at 6 p.m. we're going to be live discussing the 10th winter update, doing a 10 to 14 day, and if that wasn't enough, we will also include some long range traffic from the GFS and ensembles this week. And after that, I can tell you, straight after this live stream, you'll be able to see the second installment of the Christmas countdown. So that'll be a bit of fun straight after the live stream, just after 7 p.m. tomorrow. So I've got a lot of work to do with the 10th winter update this afternoon. Whatever you're doing, have a lovely afternoon. We are covered in anti-cyclonic gloom here, so being tied to the computer, I'm not going to be missing much, I don't think. But anyway, you have a lovely Saturday afternoon and evening. We shall see you tomorrow. And for this one, that's all for now. And thanks for watching.